I didn't even have a big wedding. I had like 100 people.
Mm.
But the fear of doing the big thing, I think
Hmm.
is what pushed me because I was like, what if I look back and I'm like, oh, I should have done it. I would not have looked back and thought that. If anything, I look back and I think of that money I spent. Like,
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Peas in a Podcast. So, on this episode, we have a in the past, I've said we have a very special guest, but
This is
guys,
actually the most special
this
guest.
is the most of the most of the mostest, okay? If there's
Yes.
anything like that. But we have a very special guest today. But before we go into it, we will be talking about life transitions, but primarily in marriage, in wedding planning, in finding, well, not finding a man, but the fact that in a blink of an eye, our lovely friend, which is our guest today, Dami, went from being single to being engaged to being, you say, I would not say relationship because clearly those people don't exist. So, from being single to being engaged to being married. And today we'll be unpacking everything that comes with that journey, the expectations, the reality, the wedding planning chaos, the friendship shifts, and all the things that people don't always talk about openly when it comes to the transition into marriage. So, before we get started, let's go into screen time and headlines.
Dami, welcome to Peace No Podcast. It's a little bit of a chaotic place, but
It
you fit
chaotic.
is.
well in. You
It's
fit
so
Yes.
right
fun
in.
though.
What do you mean? I don't do chaos. I'm so like
Chaos
quiet
with
and
Oh my
stuff.
no,
God,
actually
it fits
chaos.
you
You
bad.
can't spell Dami without spelling chaos. Please, lovely girl.
But welcome, Dami. We are so
Thank you.
happy to
Thank
have you on the
you.
podcast. We've been planning this for a very long time. Before we do our screen
Yes.
times and headlines, introduce yourself to our lovely audience. Just a little
Okay.
cheeky. Hi, this is who I am.
So I have to remember that I'm not just chatting with Tosan and Moyo. There's an audience here. So
Yes.
hello
Mm,
everybody. My name is Dami Okechukwu. I I don't know. I'm a
You're multiple
wife,
things,
a
though.
new mom. Yeah, I'm a
new
wife, a new
mom.
mom. I love Jesus. I love my
Mm,
friends a lot. What else about me? I'm an accountant by trade, but I'm currently on
mm.
maternity leave, so we don't talk about that. I'm just joking.
Mm.
I love being an accountant too. Yeah, I just, I like life. I like
I was
enjoying
about
life
to
with
say,
people that I
Dami is a
love, and
lover of life.
She
I
likes
I
living
really
it up.
do. I misery really
Yeah.
doesn't suit me. But yeah, that's
Agreed.
pretty much a little bit about me. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so we're so
Am I
happy to
missing
have
anything?
Dami
I don't know
here.
what to say. Yeah.
I was gonna say, that covers it. She's an accountant.
Hmm.
She's a big brain girl, but she's
Quite a
also
smart cookie.
a smart
Yes.
cookie, but
Oh my
also a
god.
lover of Jesus. And also a mom, a new mom. Um,
Oh,
and she's doing well at all those phases. So it's so good to
Yeah.
have her here and chat with her. And she's also our very unserious friend because
Very. I feel like Dami is actually she's both, to be honest, quite
she's a very
depends
serious
on the
babe and a
situation.
very
serious
unserious
babe
babe.
and very
Depends on the
unserious.
depend. I feel like the number of
Exactly.
times Moyo has told me I'm not a serious person. It's actually quite
No,
concerning.
it's no, because when I think I'm like, oh damn it, maybe this serious part of her will come out and I say, she's actually just like all of the rest of them.
She's the like all the rest of us, and we love her
Yeah.
very much. But Dami,
Mm.
at the beginning of our podcast, before we go into the actual meat and the bones of what we want to talk about, we do screen time and headlines where we catch people up on what's been happening, any fun things, any books we're reading, any shows we're watching. Since you're our
Okay.
guest, we'll let you start first. Do you have anything interesting to share with us about your week or what you're watching or reading?
Asking a new mom this is very funny.
I love it. That means I
I'm
have
I
no
sorry.
time for that.
I watch and read silence. I live and breathe silence every second. of silence I can get here and there. But I'm watching a Korean drama called. I just finished The Perfect Crown, I think, and I really like that one. It was really, 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 really
Tosan.
good.
And you did
Tosan
not
is
share that with me.
exhausted.
What kind of friend are you?
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I didn't even think. I didn't have. I don't have enough time to enjoy and then talk about it. I have to pick one.
Just oh,
But
Tosan, I'm watching a Korean drama. We don't have to discuss,
oh
but I
yeah,
didn't know
I
that
didn't
this
know.
was
I'm
happening.
sorry. I didn't know you were going to watch it, but I'm really digging this thing where they take like the old dynasty era and blend it with the modern era. Is really giving because I like
mm.
both, and to
Excuse
combine
me, ma'am.
is really wonderful. Yeah, I
Do you
really
know what you need
like
to
it.
put next on your watch, which is what I'm currently
What?
watching right now? It's called
What?
The Nemesis. Same thing.
The
Johnson
Royal
era with
Nemesis.
modern.
That one is crazy.
It's
That
a little
one
crazy.
drives my brain crazy. It's really no, I like it. I like it a lot too. But I really like The Perfect Crown. It was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Moya, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm watching Love Island right now. I know I did say I was
Same.
not gonna. I said I wasn't gonna watch any Love Island show anymore because
Mm,
H kind of scarred me from last season. But here I
mm,
am watching it, and I
mm,
cannot wait for this to end. I feel like it takes over part of my summer since
Mm,
last year and this year.
Every
So
year
maybe next
Moyo
year I'll
says
finally.
this. Every year
No,
Moyo's
no,
like, this is the
no.
last year I'm
Last
ever
year
going to watch
was
this.
no. Love Island. Yes, sure. I said that last year. But the one I've always been saying and not keeping to my promises is Love is Blind. But I
The Love
really do
Island is
think I'm
wonderful.
over Love is Blind. Yeah.
See you in
and
And
she will watch
February.
it when it comes out again.
no,
Yeah,
I
see you
really
in
hope I don't.
February.
See
Yo,
you
I'm not
again.
seeing you. I kid you not. I'm actually not. But how about you, Tosan? You kind of said both. You're watching
Yeah, I'm
Love
like,
Island
yeah, I'm watching
and a Korean drama.
my a Korean drama called my Royal Nemesis. I'm almost done with that. I am still reading my book Ruthless, but I've been slacking
Hmm.
because
I've like
Love Island has me taking my evenings because I used to read before I
mm,
go to bed. But Love Island comes out at 9 p.m. and
9
by the
p.m.
time we finish it, and then we now
I
have
need
our
to set
debrief
time for
after
bed.
11 o'clock. I gotta
Yep.
sleep. So my
Yep.
books have taken a cheeky break, but I'll be back to them. Um
Oh.
but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. The weather is a little nicer, so it's been nice to see the sun. But then we've been having these random spouts of rain that pisses me off.
It
But
does, but
I've been
rain is normal.
enjoying just walking outside. Um Work has actually been good. So nothing much, just in my house watching TV shows is what I've been doing.
I'm trying to get to Santa go outside, but
She
she's
wants me to
not.
go
Not
out
even
with her
today.
right after this episode, by the
Okay,
way.
but
Oh,
like
really?
not just today. Yeah, a little frolic. Like I
Yeah,
love a
Tosan.
dilly dally day, but I understand. I think she's pretty tired, and we're
I'm
also going into
tired.
the following
I
day.
think I think when I started this new job, I was getting used to having my weekends off, so I fully book on my week. Every weekend I've been doing something.
Yeah,
I've
you
barely had
did.
It's
any
summer.
weekend of like just chill.
Mm.
Oh, I hosted cocktail night with my
Oh
girls.
yes,
Why did I forget
it
to
was
Oh
say that?
so
yeah.
good. It was
Um,
so good.
but I've
Loved
been
It
doing
it.
was nice to
something
see
every
the girls
weekend.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, Joe,
Yeah,
I need to,
You
I
need a
need to
Joe,
break.
this is
relax.
Yoruba is so funny.
I need to relax. But let's get into the episode. I'm actually so
Let's
excited for the conversation.
into the meat and the bones. I think we want to start off with just getting married. A quick, or just like a quick game to talk about marriage. It's going to be called Truth or Myth segment, Marriage and Sex Edition. You ready?
According to me, right? Because I feel
Yes,
like everybody
according
else
to
has
According
you.
it.
to you. So this is
Okay, okay,
Dami's
okay.
perspective.
Okay.
Disclaimer: nobody, please. If you have a problem, go talk to. You know what? Leave in the comments. Help us with our
Yeah,
engagement thing.
Yes, let
very
us
fair.
know.
Okay.
Before
So
Moyo goes into
mhm,
it, I'm just gonna let you know. Play along with us. If there's
yeah.
any truth or myth that you disagree or you agree, let us know in the comments. And I also wanted to
Yep.
let Dami know the goal of this game is not to actually
Rapid
dive into
fire.
your opinions. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
rapid fire.
Rapid
Yeah, true for
fire,
me.
quick
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's do
So I
this.
feel like, Yeah. So I feel like they're a bunch of beliefs, but you just let us know which is truth for you and which is a myth to you. All right. One, marriage fixes your personal issues. Truth or myth?
Myth.
Okay. The honeymoon phase is supposed to last forever. Truth or myth?
Myth.
Okay. Sex is always amazing once you're married.
Myth.
Your spouse should meet all your emotional needs.
Myth.
You lose your independence after marriage.
Myth.
Fighting
Interesting.
in marriage. I know. Fighting in marriage means something is wrong.
Myth.
Good communication is more important than chemistry.
Truth.
Okay. The wedding day is the best day of your marriage.
I hope not. Myth.
You need to be best friends with your partner before getting married.
Truth. I agree.
Waiting for sex guarantees a perfect sex life.
Myth.
You always feel in love every day.
Ah, myth.
I'm screaming.
That
Okay.
is. Sorry.
Okay, we have two more. You can have close friends of the opposite sex once you're married.
Hmm. Truth.
Boundary.
Interesting.
Interesting. Boundaries with friends and families become even more important after marriage.
Truth.
Okay. Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you. I really liked it. Honestly, would love to hear your thoughts on a few, but I feel like as we go through the episode today, we'll probably figure out why you've said some things are myths and truths. So, yeah.
But
Thank
yeah,
you
again,
again, guys.
let us know what your answers to um, these truths and myths questions in the comments below on YouTube. We might post some of them on Instagram, so you can let us know there. And
Yeah.
also on Spotify, you can leave a comment as you listen. So
Mm,
let us know if you feel differently about any of the questions. And like Moyo said, we'll probably hear a little bit more of the reasoning as we go through the episode. But before we go into marriage and like the deep talks about marriage, there is the season before marriage. Because now you're a married friend, though. That's what our parents always said. Your married friend,
yeah.
Dami. The rest of us, my daddy said we are spin
Nothing for
spats.
us. No one said from single to engagement, nothing they
Nothing for
somebody's in
us.
relationship. Exactly.
So I really wanted to know like your what your desires were before you actually got into this point. Did you
Mhm.
always want to be married? I know a lot of people, especially when we used to watch movies as children, we used to get people say like, oh, they have like a lot of girls used to be like, oh, I've dreamt about my marriage, I've dreamt about
Mhm.
my dream wedding day, my dream dress. Did
Yeah.
you always know you wanted to get married, or did that idea evolve over time for you?
I feel like it's very important to start this with. I started dating my husband, Prince, at 21, and I got married when I was almost 25. So there's not a lot of adult real estate here. So
Mm,
for so a lot of this I would have had to be thinking about as a 17, 18-year-old. And frankly, I wasn't. So I'll be honest in saying I was just one of those people who, if anything, I wanted to get married closer to my 30s.
mm.
There was
Mhm.
just, you guys know me, there's many things I wanted to do in life. I wanted to
Mhm.
live in London, live in Europe. There's many things that I wanted to do. So for me, yes, I knew I wanted to get married. I just also had many things that I felt like I wanted to accomplish that took precedent in my mind over marriage. But alas, we still got here. So I think for me it was the opposite, where that was what I had in mind, and then I met somebody and he was wonderful and it made sense to get married and we got married. So yeah,
Interesting.
that's
I
that's
I don't think I hear a lot of people who well, I think the idea of getting married later now is now more of a an idea that people discuss more, but
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
coming from like African backgrounds, um
Mhm.
I don't hear a lot of people say like they were thinking that they would get married closer to their 30s,
Later.
because based on the African timeline, that's apparently
Too late, baby.
me. I'm how many
Yeah.
years away from 30 now? They're
You
calling
got
me a
30
spinster.
seconds.
Please,
Time.
more we
TikTok.
don't talk about that.
Shifting gears a bit here, in terms of marriage and what you thought it would look like, is it what you ordered? You know, when people are like, what I
Mm.
ordered is not what I
No, no,
received.
what I
So I,
ordered
for
is not what I
me,
got.
do you, so what kind of marriage did you envision yourself being in when you got married? Like, or when you were growing up? So how does it compare to what you have right now?
You know what? I feel like a lot of expectations. One thing that marriage has taught me is expectations you have, you actually don't know until you're living in it and you realize, oh, I didn't know
And
that this was
then,
my expectation, but this ain't it.
yeah.
So I think for me, when I was getting, I think my vision for my life is this like rich, full life of everybody is in my house at all
Oh,
points in
Dami
time.
is an open door
Our
girl.
host.
Yeah, I'm an
Job bell
open door
friendship.
queen. Like have a house, anybody is inside. You want to sleep over, sleep over. You did not give me a heads up. No wahala, just come. Anytime you want to come, come. My fridge is open, cook in my kitchen and all of that. Um and I think that was one thing that I thought was going to be like. And then I married Prince, and Prince is has a good heart. He is hospitable, but he's not me in that way. Prince needs a heads up. Prince needs a conversation before. So I remember getting married, and it's like this person is coming up. Prince is like, "How long have you known?" Oh, 2 weeks ago. He's like, and you didn't think to tell me yesterday, the day before. Literally, I'm telling Prince as the person is arriving. By the way, Moyo is going to be here in 5 minutes.
Screaming.
Please buzz her in. And he's like, you've known for 2 weeks that this person is coming and you haven't told me. So I think there's things like that that are different because my natural inclination is just to have people around me all the time.
Mm,
Whereas my husband needs time, he needs planning and all of that. So that's been different in that spirit. But there are also some things that have come so naturally in spirit of what I ordered versus what I got. I did get like for example with finances. I frankly don't know that we've ever had to have a big conversation about money. Like we just have the same mind frame. We're able to set goals and align his like it, it just works.
mm,
And I'm very
Yeah.
grateful. I think I know we're going to talk about like the SEGs later as well, but that's been a fascinating surprise for me too.
mm,
Um,
Debbie, please.
I think in conversations, I think we talked about friendship as well, right? It's just seeing our friendship evolve and seeing my husband be there for me through different seasons has been a wonderful, wonderful, pleasant surprise. So
mm,
some of what I ordered is what I got. Some of what I ordered is not what I got in a good way and in a challenging way. So it's a mix. It's a mixed
Yeah.
bag.
yeah.
Yeah.
But before we
Yeah.
go back into like the depth of marriage, there
Yeah.
is the we talked about the before, the ideas and the desires and the expectation.
Yeah.
But a big thing about marriage and what a lot of people look, especially with the social media age, there is a big, big expectation on weddings. And not only
Oh,
social media,
Especially with the Nigerian.
I was about to say not just Nigerian, with Yoruba Nigerians.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Very spicy. I
Culturally,
like that. My
culturally,
Oh,
Jabugumi.
yep.
culturally, Nigerians love weddings because in my culture
Yes.
it's really desired. But the Yoruba people
It's quite
It's
something.
really a thing for
love
us.
a good wedding, and like there is just a complexity of, especially as somebody who has never planned a wedding, watching people plan weddings. I've had a couple friends now go through weddings, and I'm just like, wow,
It's an
this
extreme
is really
sport.
project management.
Yeah.
It is.
This
And,
this is
and people management.
this is
Yep.
project management, people management, hearing about the budgets, the spreadsheets, the multiple group chats that
Finance.
they put us in, the financing. Wedding planning I know is very challenging, and I feel like a lot of people see the big day, but also sometimes don't see the amount of work that it takes before the actual big day.
Mm-hmm.
So first, my first question to you is, did you have a dream wedding growing up and what you wanted your wedding to look like?
If you guys met me, I don't care. You know what? In hindsight, I think what would have suited me perfectly. minus sans the Nigerian Yoruba mommy that I have, would have been a cheeky little go to the courts, sign the
And sign
ceremony
it.
thing, 50 people maximum, and a delicious dinner.
Yeah,
That
That
would
does
have been
seem
it
like
for
you.
me.
that does seem like you.
I don't look back and think, oh, I should have done X. I genuinely feel like once the wedding was done, I've really moved on with my life. I feel like in hindsight, what pushed me was the fear of, oh, I never had a big wedding. So I was like,
Mm,
I didn't even have a big wedding. I had like 100 people.
mm,
But the fear of doing the big thing, I think
Mm-hmm.
is what pushed me because I was like, what if I look back and I'm like, oh, I should have done it. I would not have looked back and thought that. If anything, I look back and I think of that money I spent. Like,
And can you imagine it's now even more, much more expensive, like four
I'm like,
years
oh
ago?
God, if I had taken that money and I done X, Y, Z, I don't know, sorry. And that's when I look back, I'm just like, so when I see people planning, a part of me is like, everybody's different, but
what was the
So,
planning process like?
planning a wedding is very layered. The process of actually planning a wedding wasn't daunting to me. You guys already know I'm not always A type, but when I'm A type, I'm A type, and that
hmm
part wasn't hard. As long as you know what to do. Like I do wedding coordination on the side, so really it comes naturally to me. I love the process of seeing it come together. So the part where you have a budget spreadsheet, all of that wasn't hard for me. I always say a wedding would have been easy for me to plan if it wasn't my money. If it was somebody
mm,
else's money.
hmm
So number one, the financial stress I feel like is a lot,
hmm
especially in this season where I feel like very often you're having to pick between purchasing a home,
yeah,
going on a big
Oh
honeymoon,
yeah.
and having a wedding. It feels very hard to do it all at the same time.
yep,
Um, so that's something I think about. So financially, I think that was challenging. In terms of the decor and all of that, I found that interesting. I found it really fun to
Mm.
just think
okay,
about like what colors I want to do, like getting stuff for my girls, our
hmm
dancing, all of that stuff was really fun for me. So a lot of wedding planning was genuinely fun for me. I didn't like the
hmm
parts where I had to pick my own outfits. That was very stressful.
I
Um,
can imagine.
but then again, once I chose it, I moved on with my life, so it didn't bother me that much. I think the hardest part of wedding planning for me was the family stuff,
I
and
was
I
gonna
think
say the
most
people
Oh,
management.
most people would attest to that. I think the art, and my husband is Igbo, right? The art of balancing the needs of the different families. If you paid me $1 million to do that ever again, I would not. You cannot make me do
Wow.
mm,
another wedding because I think, and then it becomes even harder when, like, I feel like some of it also depends on your parents' relationship with each other, your parents'
mm.
relationship
Mm,
with the different sides of the family.
Oh,
yep. Because
Oh
they
doesn't
God,
sound
know
like fun.
yeah, who you invite, who you don't invite, and then the
where you
concept
put
of inviting
them.
people, who won't come, but you invite them
Like it's
out of
so. I'm like, so
courtesy.
why?
Yeah, you just do it because that's the nice thing to do.
hmm
Um, yeah, I think the people part was
Ooh,
probably most challenging for me.
I have a
how did you
question. I think
decide?
it's the same. That was what I was gonna ask.
We are in the
That's
same. That's so good.
Unagi, man. Yeah.
Salmon
Wait,
skin
what?
roll.
Sorry.
How did I decide
How
what?
did you guys decide? You and
Who
Prince
made the
decide
list?
on who made the cut.
Who
The
made it?
guest list.
Because
Yeah.
yeah. What was the criteria? Do you have a rubric?
See,
Hasn't
it's
talked to
not
me in a
hard.
year.
It's
Boom.
creating the criteria, in my honest
Sorry.
opinion, is not the hard part. Enforcing it is where it
And for
becomes very hard. Because
that's fair.
you know who your people are. You know
No,
that.
sometimes you don't know.
I think honestly, deep down inside, if you've been dating a guy for 3 years, four,
Mm.
two, whatever, and you have a friend that has never met the guy, should they
Oh,
and it's not, and they're living in the same city as you, Be honest with
Oh,
yourself.
hey.
Sorry, sorry,
No,
sorry.
no, no,
Maybe I
no,
went.
no. Fair. No,
Very
actually,
fair.
very much fair.
Like you have to be honest
Oh,
with
lolo.
yourself. Like you have to be honest with yourself. Like
Yeah.
genuinely, why? Like
How
I,
about
I feel
like,
like people have all these rules. Like for example, have we hung out with them in the past year? No problem.
mm,
Like have they met my spouse? I think for us it was more of a me and Prince are practical and we have 100 people. You get
hmm
50, I get 50. No, 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 you can't know you get
okay.
50. My mommy had her own spot. Sorry guys, I have to just tell you this story because my mommy nearly drove me mad. No,
I remember this.
Mrs. Trouble, I love you with my whole heart if you're seeing this. My mom said my mom's biggest challenge during the wedding planning was she needed an entourage for when she was dancing in at the reception.
No, but
Okay.
did you see
So
that outfit? She needed an entourage. I'm
she
sorry.
really needed
She did.
one. So tell me how, after begging my mom, we first of all we had these cousins from the US coming in. Those people were the main
Lovely.
guests of this wedding. And they would call me and be like, my pastor's uncle's wife wants to come with us on the bus. Say, ah, God have mercy on me. I will not have to say no. I was just watching me. I was like, this my mom is actually allowing me to do what I have to do. Okay, this is nice. Took me how 1 week to the wedding. My mom is calling my aunt in Ottawa and lied to me. Please, can you help me find like 15 to 20 people
Mm.
that can come to the reception with me so that when I'm dancing in, there will be people behind me. That will
Period. That's every Yoruba woman. Every mama po. The crowd will be a lot.
I'm not lying. They came in matching outfits too. Oh my God.
That's right.
The thing there was, if you saw them, you would think they were my family members. My mom
That's
brought them in.
right.
At a point, my mom didn't give a crap that I did not put them on the what's that thing, the singing
Guesses.
chart.
The
Oh,
She
charts.
brought them in anyway.
She said you find space. Don't worry about it.
My
so
mom nearly drove me mad with the guest list,
it
but long
sounds like
story.
something that my mommy can do.
No,
Yeah,
for real. No, but it's giving like authentic Nigerian. What do you mean? My kid is getting married at the right in quotes right age with the man she wants to marry. Of course, she's like everybody got to see this.
Do you
I
know what's so
need
funny with
everybody.
this? What's so funny with this is that sometimes I call my mom. My mom is like, "Oh, she's going to this wedding. She's going to this wedding. She's going to this wedding." I'm just like, "Oh wow, you
I
know so
say
many people getting married." She said, "No, it's not this part of my
so
best." She
that
go,
they can
"Oh,
come.
so that they will come when it's your own time and they
Yes,
can dance behind me."
yes, exactly.
exactly.
She said, "You think I'm doing it for fun?" She said,
She
"So
said
that when
she's
it's your turn,
networking. She's
exactly.
networking.
That's what they do." It's
Oh
so
yeah,
funny.
wedding plan. So I feel like the main character of our wedding planning was it my husband? No. Was it me? No. It was the moms. All
Mm,
of them were different, and
Mm.
everybody had the hill they were going to die on. My
mm,
mother-in-law's hill was her speech.
mm.
She needed a 15-minute segment on the wedding day to give her
LOL.
speech.
Oh my god, parents are so
Wow.
funny.
Um, we had to negotiate and negotiate. I remember that was very funny. But yeah, my mom really did a lot because my mom doesn't believe in weddings without a live band, and we're more of a DJ vibe.
Can't lie, live
And
band.
so
The live band
first
did
things
it though. I
It
am
more
with
than that
mommy.
DJ.
He
No, but
hates
the
more than that
music,
DJ.
the
I
music
am
was
with mommy.
actually quite good. I still have a video. You were barking the. I said, period. This is what I live for.
I mean, 6 months to the wedding, my mom was like, "Do you want to get a live band?" I was like, "No, mommy, I don't think we should do it." She was like, "Okay, I
No,
completely
she ate.
understand. No problem, my baby." Tell me how when my mom finally reached Canada before the wedding or something, she was like, "What about the live band?" I was like, I thought we already concluded this matter." I said, "Mom, we already concluded. It's not happening." She was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, no problem." 1 week later, so with the live band, have you booked them? Have you paid? I was like, okay, my mom is basically telling me it's
You
not a
need to get a
suggestion.
life.
And you know
It
what?
needs to
Mommy ate
happen.
with that one.
No, your mom.
Yeah. No, my mom ate with
Lovely
many
weddings.
things. The
She
souvenirs,
did
a lot of the things
that.
that she did a great
Abola, that
job.
you didn't want to, you thought
Yeah,
you
she
wouldn't
did
need.
a
You
great.
see how
Yeah.
all the daddies and mommies they were. eating their blood.
Moyo, you
I see
ate
people were
abela. So
fighting.
stop saying the mummies and the daddies. Moyo
And me
herself was eating
too.
abela on
And
wedding
there I
day.
am, I say, like sometimes you just have to listen to parents. I'm
You
sorry.
just have to. I think
They know what they
the
are
only
talking
key,
about
the only other thing
after
is
all
to
their
make them pay
networking.
for. The only other thing is to
Yeah,
make them pay
that's
for
it.
it. Yeah, yeah. If you feel this strongly about it, I welcome you to
Let
pay for it. But yeah,
Let's talk about
anyway.
expenses. You're already saying
Oh
pay for
yeah,
it. So
yeah.
what wedding expense would you definitely skip next time?
All of it.
I literally thought you were going to say
And I
because she was
knew
like,
Dami was going to say that.
I did.
When I read
She
that
was
question, I
like,
said Dami would have said
I said
she
that's
would have
gonna
rather
say,
not spend this
chuck this
money.
into my mortgage.
Do you know how somebody was getting, there was a show I was watching and they were like, your wedding dress rental has been cancelled. And I was like, "Oh, I could have
Re-
rented a dress.
Yeah, people be renting dresses. Even
That
a
would have been
veil,
wonderful.
apparently people get them like on AliExpress now. Like Rennie did a video on like wedding planning and all, but she was like,
Yeah,
a veil was so much more expensive and her mom just went to AliExpress and found the exact same. Who will know? I didn't know it was
that's
from AliExpress.
wonderful. No,
So
because my
like
mom wanted me
there's
to wear a princess gown, so I don't know where I would have rented it from. But if I show you guys this gown, you'll be concerned. You will not be able to find me in it. She said it needed to be big and elegant. My mom kept saying elegant, elegant, but if
oh
sorry, I know you guys are reminding me of some days.
I can see it coming back.
Mommy, once again, I really love you. You're really the best. Most of your ideas were actually wonderful. But if I were to look back, I think I would only spend money on a good photographer, a good
Mm,
makeup artist, and I
yeah.
would pay somebody to go around with the phone taking videos.
Mm.
But you know
Mm,
what? In hindsight, I
yeah.
really loved my wedding video. The wedding video is something we go back to every
It's
year.
Yeah,
it's
I
I feel
really
like
like
I need a
that.
rewatch actually. It's been
I
a
do need a
while.
Yeah,
rewatch too.
Can I have can
guys,
we do that while
audience, just
I've
please know that whenever people come to my house, I make them watch my wedding video.
Yes, we
it's
have done
so
it a couple
Yeah,
times,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
cry all the
So
time I watch
and
it.
every
yeah, it's
time I get
very
emotional.
sweet. I
Yeah. It's
know.
so good.
I think
Timeless.
something to capture the vows and the moment and all of that I
Mm.
would do, and then great food for people to eat. Anything after that, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like yeah, I can't
agreed.
think of anything. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say this is all with wedding. The last thing I wanted to ask for wedding planning is how people showed up for you in the process of wedding planning, because
Mm,
you are, especially as the bride, and I don't get why the bride does most of the planning, but
My dear.
this is not the place to talk about the patriarchal system right now.
yeah.
But it seems like in most weddings, the way it's portrayed, a lot of the brides take on the onus of planning the entire wedding, and then the
Yeah.
man just sometimes shows up.
Hmm.
Sometimes they do help. But how did you find like your community showed up with for you in wedding planning, or how do you feel like they didn't show up for you in wedding planning?
This is a
Yeah.
very awkward question because you guys are literally my
I
community.
s-
Yeah, but you
I
have,
saw
what
this
have you not
question
told
and
us
I was
before?
like, yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
We read it before, so you can dish
That's
it to us
true.
You
again.
can
That's
share.
very true. I think wedding planning was a very interesting time of my life because that was when I started to learn that big moments of life are when you really know who your friends are, who loves
Yeah.
you, who's going to be there for you.
Hmm.
So it was a pleasant surprise in many good ways and a rude awakening in other ways.
Mm,
So in terms of community, I thought it's always been this awkward tension because a lot of my friends were young and single
mm-hmm,
at the time. So there was no framework really for what it means for
mm-hmm.
somebody to get married or how much
True.
work goes into it. I don't even think most people were in that frame of mind. By the time I was getting married, other people were out of university. One
Yeah.
hadn't, like maybe 1 or 2 years, really truly just trying to get a
Yeah.
good job. So different mind frame I found that anything I would communicate that I needed help with, my friends were on top of. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I also found that I needed people who could help with things that I wasn't communicating. Um,
Mm,
there's power in somebody that's experienced something before supporting you because they're able to preempt what you need.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I found that gap was there because like my friends hadn't had that experience yet. So
Yeah.
it's one of those, whenever I'm going through a season of life, leaning on my current community, but also making sure that I've invested in one or two relationships of people who have had
We've
similar
gone through it
experiences as well,
before.
so they can
Mm.
support me
Yeah.
in that way. So
Hmm.
it's always that fine balance of the people I love, my people, but also
Hmm.
building out so that I can still get what I need, like
Mm.
on a holistic
Yeah.
basis. If that makes sense, yeah.
But wedding is one thing, marriage is
It's
another thing.
another.
That's the big
Because
one.
people don't think about the marriage, they think about the wedding. They just focus on the day.
Being a wife is a different thing.
Very
Um,
different.
and I think that a lot of people spend a lot of time preparing for the wedding, but not necessarily preparing for marriage itself.
Hmm.
Um, because I do be forgetting that you people are really saying to death do us part. That
I
is a lot.
imagine.
So
I'm saying
that's quite a lot.
the
It's really,
vows. These are not plain. It's not joke. It's not a joking something.
it's really not. It's sorry, I was going to interject, Tosan, and apparently I didn't know this, but for most married couples, even though the day you say I do is like the day you decide, everybody has a moment where they're like, I'm really locked in. So one of my friends was telling me it was the day he went to the bank and combined his account with his wife's
Hey,
account. He was like, I'm married.
that's real.
That's when you
Yep.
know, oh, I've really joined my life.
Yep. What
Like
was your
this person.
moment
Oh,
of just
I think
like,
I've had a
oh,
few.
I'm really married?
I think I've had a few. But the day I gave birth to my daughter, like maybe 2 months later, she started to look like a father.
Dami, this 2 years after.
Two, 3 plus. I was like, Chris's face is going to be with me for the rest of my life.
For the rest.
I mean, I love my husband's face, so I'm grateful to have it. But it was one of those,
Oh
oh,
no,
You
I'm
like
locked
you are
in
really
here.
this is it. This is
you've
it. Like, because before
created
then, it was marriage didn't feel like responsibility to me. It just was like living life with my best friend. We do what we can. Till death do us part was just like, yeah, of course, because we're having fun. Um, but are you born that picky? We're like, fun or no fun, we in this.
literally.
No, I was gonna say, what has surprised you the most about married life?
One good thing that has surprised me about marriage is truly I didn't really understand, but companionship. Somebody
Mm.
that over time they know things about you that you don't necessarily notice about yourself. Like
Mm,
nowadays, like Prince can predict how I'm going to react to different things, and it's very funny to see. Um, so I really like that. I feel known. I feel seen. I feel like somebody is
same.
looking
Oh,
out
to
for
be
me.
seen, to be
To be
known.
Yeah.
seen. Oh,
Yeah,
that's love,
yeah,
man.
yeah, because when Prince is like, oh, Dami will just say blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, that's actually exactly what I was saying in that situation. So it feels nice to be known.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise that's been more challenging is just, how broken everybody is.
Oh,
Mm.
Marriage shows you your own brokenness and somebody else's brokenness. It's a deep level of vulnerability that,
Yep.
if somebody had told me that Dami, how Jesus told Peter before the cock crows 3 times? So I said, Peter said, I'd rather die than do that. That would have been me. I'm like, ain't no way, me. We'll talk about it, we'll communicate, we'll work through. I was so upset. And then I can't remember. And then I took his shoe and I hid it somewhere or something crazy like that. I was like,
I'm
damn
oh
it.
my god.
screaming. And then when we talk about just like identity, do you think yours changed after getting married? Because one, I think like a big part of my identity is my name. To be
Mm.
honest, I've been really
Mm,
additional for my
mm,
26 years of living. And it's most known that you have to change your last name. The woman will have to change her last name.
mhm,
Or sometimes they get like the couples could get a joint name, but it's
Hyphenate.
just hard. Like the administration is a lot,
It's
and
really
then
a
when
lot.
you
Yeah.
bring kids into it, it's easier when you have the same name kind of thing. So I see the benefits, but in terms of just like identity in general, you're no longer single or engaged. You are now a wife. You're now like
A
your
mom.
status has
Yeah.
changed in a way, even in
Yeah.
society. So like, what do you think? How do you think it's changed? Like, do you think it's changed? So let's even start there, and like,
My
what has changed?
identity. Frankly, no. For
Mm-hmm.
me, not much of my identity is wrapped up in being a wife, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I changed my name, but that was for more personal reasons. I think regardless, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted a different, like, yeah, I would have, I liked Chris'
Yeah.
last name. That's why I changed it.
Mm.
Because my
Mm-hmm.
last name is linked to like the wizards of my, of the people of the people. So, and Chris's last name means God's portion. And I just
Mm-hmm.
find that so beautiful. So that's why I changed my
Mm-hmm.
last name, very frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, honestly, yeah, so that's one. But I don't think a lot of my identity comes from being Prince's wife, frankly.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm just who I am. I'm who God calls me to be. I'm who God has
Mm-hmm.
made me to be. So I don't know how to answer that question. It hasn't really changed. I think maybe motherhood has changed my identity a bit more, but being Prince's wife, not much, to be honest. Yeah.
And I will say that I can attest to, especially as being your friend,
Yeah.
um, like I can see that, especially just being a wife and being a mother has changed your capacity because like
Yeah.
you are splitting your
Yeah.
time between more people. But who Dami is as a person, the unserious nature, like Prince has just had to get with the program.
But yeah. So let's talk about sex, baby.
Baby.
Let's
You can you see the way
let's talk
this girl is
about you
excited?
and me.
No, no,
Let's
no, no,
talk
no.
about
I was
all
trying
the good.
I was trying to pretend to be shy about this, but I think it's
No
important to talk
shy,
about
no
sex. Yeah.
shyness. People don't really talk about actually I do feel like people talk about sex quite a lot. I think we live in a
Mm-hmm.
very
Modern
Hypersexual society.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of like the awkwardness when it comes to marriage, I think it's not,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you have the Christian faith as well. It's not talked about
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
And
So
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
African
And
background.
so in
Hmm.
terms of that, like what do you wish someone would have told you in terms of just like I guess sex within marriage? Like do you think the church, the community, family, culture, do you think all of the different segments of just society has sort of helped you or did it prepare you for sex in marriage?
Um, yeah, this one is it's multifaceted because I find that there's a lot of talk about the concept of sex. So I think
Mhm.
when it came to the concept, I think church was very helpful for me in many ways. So for example, they've always
Mhm.
said the foundation for a good sex life is communication. And I actually genuinely think that it's really the truth. Like being
Mhm.
able to be honest with somebody about what you like and what you don't like outside of outside of
Mhm.
sex will always translate into sex as well. I think the desire to give pleasure to the person that you're with as well
Mhm.
outside of sex translates into that. So I think teaching you about the principles that you need to build, because I'm a big proponent of waiting to have sex um, after marriage, right?
Mhm.
But I think it's so important to build all those skills without sex because when you have those skills, I do genuinely think it doesn't guarantee you a perfect sex life in the beginning, but it guarantees you that over time you will have a great time. Like that's genuinely what I believe. Um, but then there's
Mhm.
other things I feel like I wasn't prepared for, like the mechanics of sex, the
Mhm.
concept of peeing after sex. Mba. What happens? Because a lot
No
of time when you
umba.
first start having
Not her
sex,
being an
Nah.
Igbo babe.
no, truly, like because your body hasn't been through all these things before, so there's all these new
Mhm.
infections, not STIs, but actual infections like
Yeah.
yeast infections, all of that that your body is
Mhm.
subject to. Um, there is what it looks like to, make it work the first few times. Because I remember one of my friends was telling me, oh,
Mm-hmm.
just know that the first few times it might not work out. The whole you might not work. But it has to work. And she was
See, say,
right.
why would it not work?
Because tell me how we had our honeymoon right after our wedding in Mexico. And Chris's friends were like, go, Naman, you be stallion. So I was like, oh, okay. And all these people, I know their situation, I don't mind them.
I'm screaming.
So I was like, okay, let's do this. And then we get to the Mexico and it's not working because of me, I should clarify.
Yeah.
Because the 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 Timbits had not come out of the donuts. That's the only way I can
I'm
put it.
screaming.
So it didn't work. Not that it didn't work. There just was a process to get there,
Yeah.
like two.
Mm-hmm.
And then later I found out that there are women who actually go to a gynecologist or a doctor to help them
Mm-hmm.
with all that before they have to go, do the thing. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, good to know. So if somebody had just told
Mm-hmm.
me 3, 4 months before. Because somebody just told me go get a Brazilian. I said okay, like it's stupid. Like there wasn't a lot of like actual
Like it doesn't
advice. Like
help with the
somebody,
mechanics. Mm-hmm.
yeah, if somebody had told me, I don't know how crazy I'm allowed to go here, but if somebody had told
We
me,
have no decorum
oh,
here.
go
Actually,
to
none.
go to a gynecologist, they will help you stretch and everything. That would have been good
Mm-hmm.
advice. Or if you're not
Mm-hmm.
getting a gynecologist, go to this person or do XYZ.
Yeah.
That would
Mm-hmm.
have been helpful for me. The concept of like birth control and all of that as well, because
Mm-hmm.
like I talk about this all the time. Hormonal birth control is really an extreme sport, really. And a
Mm.
lot of women have
Mm-hmm.
to use hormonal birth control even outside of
Even yeah.
sex. Like
Mm.
we use
Mm-hmm.
it for acne, for a lot of
Mm.
things now.
Yeah.
Really an extreme sport, right? So all of that I feel like I didn't know enough about. But the thing is, when you Google it, hey, what you see is what you get. You see a lot of crazy, crazy things out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Googling doesn't feel like a safe thing to do because
Mm-hmm.
then you're exposed to things that you're not wanting. But
Mm-hmm.
then trial and error is very awkward. So
Mm.
I think I don't know if that helps, but I think those are some things. So there were some good things and there were some other things I was not prepared for. But yeah, all I have to say is I had a good time in Mexico because
That's right.
I know that's right.
I don't know if my husband can say the same, but
I'm
Dami,
screaming.
No, and I think what's interesting is because, especially now as a healthcare provider and knowing the
yeah,
standards of sex education in the Western culture and like in Canada here,
yeah,
I really feel bad for a lot of us that didn't get to have that
yeah,
education.
Yeah.
Especially because we did high school, where they start having these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We did high school back home, and back
yeah,
home, you're having teachers punishing me because if you do all back and front, you're attracting the man.
You get
And
yeah.
I'm just like so.
You're
wrong,
distracting your
wrong
teacher.
thing,
Like I'm
man.
like, what?
w-
You're
Oh,
actually
the way
telling
you're
me a
walking
grown
is
man is
making.
distracted by me?
I had somebody.
Thank
I had a
you.
teacher once tell me that I need to the way I sway my hips
Mm.
when
And
I
I'm
walk
like,
as a teenager.
That's
which is
hypersexualizing a
insane.
human being. That's so sad.
And I'm just like, is this what we're supposed to be talking about? And then we had many scandals in our high school with like people having sex, and like you hear all this, not in my specific high school, but you hear about these teenagers getting teen pregnancy and all of this, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it's lack of education, one.
Of education.
Um and even now when I talk about stuff, like I have conversations about giving people Gardasil vaccines, which is the HPV vaccine, and
Mhm.
you find that some parents are like, oh, don't bring that up because if you talk about HPV, then you have to talk about how you get HPV and you're encouraging promiscuity. And I'm like, how did we get from here
Mhm.
to there? The idea was that if
Mm-hmm.
we had conversation about sex at all, is that you're
Yeah.
encouraging promiscuity. Um,
Mm.
but I'm like, there is a way to have safe and healthy sex conversations that
Yeah.
prepare people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's another conversation Moya and I are going to have separately in a different episode. Um, because it's like if you forbid something, whether you forbid or you allow, people are going to do what they're going to do. And
Yeah,
isn't it best
yeah,
for people to be well educated and be safe? Because I know, like, especially with us being the Christian faith, even with the idea of sex after marriage, is like they prep you to abstain, 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 abstain. And then
Mm-hmm.
you
They
get
they
there
just
and everybody leaves you.
they leave you in the deep end, literally.
Everybody leaves you the deep end.
I
Yeah.
wish I could. If not that, this is a because my mom tried to have a conversation with me maybe a few weeks before I got married. I promise you the most useless advice. Like even at that point, and then after I came back from Mexico, I was like, I felt betrayed. I said, Mom, you didn't tell me any of that. She said, I didn't want to scare you.
I'm screaming.
Like scare me from what I'm about to go experience. Like what are you talking about?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
no, but I agree with you. I completely agree with you. It's hard because I then felt like when I was about to get married, then my mom felt all this pressure to coach me.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
but then even then, because we hadn't developed the language for having those conversations, it was hard. But now my mom is actually crazy. Like my mom does not care again. So unfiltered. Like things my mom says, I cannot repeat in public. But anyway,
But
yeah, here we are.
the only thing is when you were now going through the, and this is just a quick question, when
Mm-hmm.
you were going through the
Yeah,
process,
of
did you
course.
find that you had people to confide in regards
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
to what was working and what was not working?
oh yeah, no. One of my friends was on speed dial that whole period.
Very
So
good.
she was like, "Oh, have you tried this? If not, try this." And there was no
Mm.
shame. That was funny because usually, men are more reclusive about these things, but I don't play. My husband was like, "We gotta get this working." So no shame. We were so open.
Said
We were so
please.
open in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we definitely got help. Yeah,
Okay,
no, it was
okay.
helpful. Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, I think it's really important that or just to highlight that your church was, I guess, there in terms of explaining at
Hmm.
least good communication. And because in my mind, I'm like, so what else do they talk about when they go through pre-marriage and
No,
counseling? Like,
my
I feel like sex should be a part of. I don't know what
oh, it
the
absolutely. I think
lessons
it
are,
depends.
but sex
No, I
should
think
be
it
part
depends.
of it.
I was given a book for the whole thing. I was just the badly
Period.
behaved, and the book had
Oh, you
pictures.
know, read them.
But I just was like, the what's that song? Birds can do it. Something can do it. Let's
Not
fucking let's
Fosters.
get to
I'm
it.
screaming. Let's fall in love.
I was like, everybody's doing it was there, but I clearly should have just read the book. No, my pastor, it was an
Mm,
awkward 1 hour, but he went through everything, explained what we needed to do, and all of that. It was wonderful.
yeah.
I honestly cannot
Hey.
blame the church, but they were very
Yeah.
helpful for me. Yeah.
So I really wanted to talk about how you chose to intentionally maintain friendships as you were changing life seasons, and like what
Yeah.
was helpful for you, or was that something you did intentionally, or did things just fall into place, or where you like go with the flow and see how things happen?
No, no. See, I'm not going for about things like that. So I think have I ever told you guys about how I watched this random Bollywood movie called Dear Zindagi? And
No.
Mm.
there were so many gems from it, but it stuck with me. It's a
Shut up, Bollywood
random
movies.
scene with Shah Rukh Khan, and he's basically like, people treat marriage like it needs to meet 100% of your needs, but how life is
Mm.
designed is your husband will meet one portion, then you have friends that you frolic with, they meet one portion, and you have friends that you have deep conversations with, then you have people you share mutual hobbies with. I think,
Mm.
and I think what made this easy for me is because of the recreational compatibility thing I was talking about with friends. I already knew from the get go that I couldn't get all the needs that I had from my husband. So it
Mm-hmm.
was important to me to be able to get those needs met in other ways. Number one, but I also think fundamentally, I don't believe my husband can be everything to me. And if anything, I believe that all the other relationships in my life help to contribute to a healthy me, which then helps my marriage. So I think my philosophy on it is my husband is just one part of my life, a very, very important life part, but she's just one. And I still need my friends. I still need all these people. I think beyond all that, I think it's love. I just really love my people. I just can't imagine.
Mm.
I love my husband and I love Tosan. I love Muyo. I love being around you guys. I love talking to you guys. I can't imagine a world in which, yeah, in which I didn't have that. That's,
Mm-hmm.
I guess love is the ultimate driving factor, right? I love you guys so much that I want to continue to make time for you, be there for you, hang out with you and all of that. But yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that's it for me. For marriage, motherhood, we have to have another episode because marriage without kids and marriage with kids,
Very
are
Very
different.
different. Very even yeah, very, very different.
c'est pas la même chose. It's not the same thing at all. Um,
She brought out the
because
French.
marriage without kids, that was, I don't even
This
know.
is a
It's
light
It's
work.
just
love.
like when you're married, yeah.
Having known you for so long, I think you've always prioritized friendships and
Mm,
like ensuring that your friends are, I guess, poured into, you are also pouring into them, and you're being poured into by your friends. So I feel like for people who sort of like leave their friends out in the dust after getting married or even being in a relationship, because it's not from marriage, it's some people
Isn't
who
some people
just
you
like
see it
boyfriend.
from by
yeah.
Okay,
boyfriend.
Some
you
people
see
leave it
very
for
early
talking
on.
stage, yeah,
My dear, so
yeah. Sorry.
but very true. But I think those people, it's very evident that they don't really prioritize friendships. So
Yeah.
it's not a
It
surprise
was
when
like
it
a
comes. And
placeholder,
I
yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And I think the
Yeah.
friends, and I'm not saying they're friends that it just, they just get blindsided. That happens and life happens, kids, like everything. It's really hard. But I can definitely see how you've always been how you just treat friendship as a very important part of your life. It's not just like by the side kind of thing.
Mm.
So that is one thing that I would say. And I think that's why you've been able to continue to, you know, accommodate her. I'm joking. You haven't accommodated us, but that's how you've been able to put us and make sure that we're still a part of your life, a big part of your
Oh,
life.
thank you
But
guys. Thank you.
to close this off, what is one advice that you sort of give to someone who's going through a transition moment? Like whether it's marriage, whether it's having being a new mom, whether it's even just like heartbreak, any form of like big transition. I feel like you've gone through a lot of transitions in your life, having like witnessed you from the sidelines. So what is one thing that you would give to someone?
Yeah, I would say um, always have perspective.
Mm.
I'm learning now that life is like this. Like you're moving forward, you're moving ahead, but it's not linear. You go down, you go up, but eventually you're still moving up. So
Mm-hmm.
I always think of it as just always think about everything as a phase and a season. It might feel long, but eventually that season will pass.
Pass.
Number one. And then number two is to always focus on the good that every season brings. So, as bad as it sounds, you
Mm-hmm.
can be jobless and whatever, but it's like when else in your life will you actually have time to not be at work? So you
Mm.
might as well go do
Mm-hmm.
the things that don't cost you money. Go hang out with that friend that is also jobless, like, or like
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
And enjoy whatever season you can because ironically, we always look back and still see good. So why not just see the
Yeah.
good at that
Mm.
time? I think that's another thing I would say. And really, I think my motto for life is every season there's something to be enjoyed. Do your
Mm-hmm.
best to enjoy it. And I think finally, I'll say capture every moment as much as you can. Take pictures,
Mm-hmm.
take videos, and all of that because 1 year, 2 years down the line, it will be great to see how far you've come with video or picture evidence as well. That's what I would
Mm.
say. Yeah.
And to even
Yeah.
piggyback of what something you said, let's end this in a very positive note. Especially
Yeah.
sometimes some people we know that we thank God that your transitions, although they've come with their challenging, they've all been like really beautiful, and like God has really
Yeah.
blessed you with the life that you have. But I know
Mm-hmm.
that that's not the same for a lot of people. But
Yeah.
I really wanted us to end in a positive note. What about your current season of life brings you the most joy? And what are you really happy about in the season of life that you're in?
It's so obvious. My baby. I love her so
Oh,
much.
she
Sorry,
is. She's so cute.
every time I'm out of my house, just 5 minutes to see my baby. I really just love her so much. Like, I know motherhood is hard, but it feels like what I was born to do. It's
Mm.
such a blessing. I love her so much. So,
Aw.
every time I'm sad, we all joke about it, right? We get a little
We
sniff to
sniff,
get
Just a sniff,
sniff
man.
of our
Every
girl.
sniff helps me. I was thinking. I saw her yesterday, and I was thinking about her today on my run. I said, "Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly. See,
That's right."
she has that
Just it
effect.
gives
What
you
can I say?
that
Guys,
dopamine,
let's
man.
expose
Yeah.
ourselves a little bit. What's making me joy right now is, sorry, making more money.
Period.
Guys,
Money should be making people happy. I'm
my
so
friends
sorry.
know the treacherous life I was coming from.
Mm, it was killing me.
Yesterday, I was thinking to myself, oh, I've not looked at my bank account this month. I was checking my bank account every night last year.
People,
every
please
Apparently,
every
that's what they call.
night. When I wake up in the morning, before I even do my devotional, I check my bank account.
let me see
Like
what has left
in
and what
case
I have
somebody
remained
charged you at 3 a.m.
And in case,
by
and
mistake.
even I would look at my bank account to say, what's going to be my mood for today? How do I progress? But you know what? The girl is
Oh,
making more money and life is
period.
sweet. And that's
It
bringing me
is.
joy right now. Moya, what's
Praise
bringing you
God.
joy?
Too funny, please.
I know Moyo soon.
I think you guys should know what's bringing me
I
joy.
think I know what will
Summer,
bring you
summer,
joy.
summertime.
That's
Son,
right, man.
son. I knew Moyo was going to say son. It cannot pass son.
I was about to like, do you guys see the sun on my skin right now? Guys,
Literally,
you don't
I thought that's
understand.
what you were going to say.
I know I knew that you guys will say that. That's what you call seen. I feel seen, I feel known, I feel loved. Because I just feel so much more happy in the summer. Oh,
Yeah, very valid.
I was almost like, I can't keep living for the summers. I need to, this needs to be my entire life. How am I going to do it? Anyway, but yeah, the sun is bringing me so much joy right now. I love how warm it is. I love how I don't have to wear a jacket. Even when sometimes it's breezy in the morning, I'm like, I'm not wearing that jacket. No, thank you. So I'm very, very glad, very thankful that I get to enjoy this weather. So yeah,
Lovely.
that's what's bringing me joy.
So, everyone listening, please let us know what's bringing you joy. Let us know
Mm.
on YouTube. We hit 100 subscribers. um
101.
101. So please continue to grow the channel. Please continue to like and subscribe on YouTube, and then leave a comment letting us know what is bringing you joy in this season. But you can also find us on other platforms like Instagram, at peasinapodcast.tm, on
Yep.
TikTok at peas in a dot
And
podcast.
there we
um
go.
and don't worry, if you make us blow, we will have one name. But
One name,
one
universal,
one art. But right now, bear with us with the different arts.
the
Um
counterfeits.
let us know what you enjoyed the most about this episode. We are so glad and honored that we get to share a little glimpse of our friendships with you and bring the people
Yeah.
that we love on this platform. You stay kind. If you have a different opinion, Dami is right and you are
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, no,
I'm just kidding. I'm just
put it
kidding.
put it in the comments. Will go at it.
Period.
When my baby
That's
is
right.
sleeping, that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm just
Lovely.
wonderful. You guys, we need to end this thing. Bye bye. Love you
Bye.
all. Enjoy the day.
Bye.
See you guys
Bye,
in another
guys.
episode. Bye.